Hey, Hillary, you have got some serious explaining to do. I mean, seriously, what do you have to say for yourself? You call this lunch? You know that I hate mushrooms. Why did you pack me these nasty, slimy things in my lunch, huh?
Oh, wait, you don't like mushrooms? I'm really sorry, Rachel. I had no idea about that at all until today. I really didn't know that you didn't like mushrooms at all. Actually, your mom and some of her friends just had a bunch from their gardens and gave me some, so I thought I would use them. Although now that I know that, I was actually making a nice mushroom stew for dinner tonight.
Oh no, are you kidding me? You mean there's going to be more of these? Oh my god, why is my life always so hard? This isn't fair, they are so disgusting.
I'm really sorry for the mix-up, but I've already started cooking the dinner since it was going to take a few hours to stew everything and get it ready. I really had no idea that you didn't like mushrooms, but if you really hate them this much, maybe you can just make your own dinner tonight.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? Are you trying to starve me right now? Not only did you basically try to poison me with these nasty little things in my lunch, but now you tell me that if I don't eat your stew, then I go to bed hungry? What did I do to make you hate me so much? Seriously, what is the matter with you?
Rachel, please. I think you are being just a little bit unreasonable. Of course I don't hate you, and I certainly didn't do any of this on purpose or with any kind of intention. I just didn't know that you hated mushrooms so much.
You really expect me to believe that? We've been living together in the same house for 3 years already. Are you really trying to make me buy that you don't know what I do and don't like? Honestly, you're just a little parasite living off of all of us, you know that?
Please don't talk to me like this. I really don't think that I did anything to deserve you saying these kinds of things. Please don't call me names like that.
Why shouldn't I? I'm just telling the truth, aren't I? You're a parasite and I'm just calling it how I see it. If you don't like it, then maybe you shouldn't be one. I mean, you used to work for a huge company and be really successful, but the moment you married my brother, you decided to quit. You just forced all of the work on my brother while you live the life of a pampered housewife. I don't see how you're anything but a parasite.
I already explained to you that I changed my job recently and that I've been working from home. I'm not a housewife. I just have my job at the house now. I work full-time, you know.
Oh, please. I know that isn't true at all. How are you going to sit there and try to tell me that you work when you just sit at home on your computer all day? I know that you don't actually work at all. You just try and make my poor brother do everything for you, you leech. I still just don't get why he won't divorce you yet.
I asked you to please stop calling me things like parasite and leech.
You know, if you're not going to go anywhere all day and just be at home, the least you could do is keep the place clean for us. You need to realize that you're only being allowed to live here at the mercy of my family.
But I already do a lot for everyone here. I mean, I get up early in the morning so that I can make everyone's lunches. I feel like I do more than just my share around here. In fact, I would really like it if you actually stepped up a bit more and helped her out around the house. You know, when you talk to me like this, it really makes me not want to cook for you all anymore.
I seriously just can't believe you. You really are just the worst. You know that? You don't have any right to talk to me like that as long as you're just living off my brother's hard work. The life you have is all thanks to him, and this is how you treat a sister? You need to understand that you are nothing but a freeloader here. Weren't you raised to show any kind of gratitude at all? Tell me, are your parents just as bad as you are?
Okay, hold it right there. Now, I don't like you calling me names one bit, but I do draw the line at you bringing my parents into this. Do you understand? I am not going to stand for you insulting them.
Well, if you don't want me talking about your parents, maybe you should in such a way that I don't have to resort to that. Honestly, I don't know why we let you bum around here when you contribute nothing. You are just a burden on all of us.
I can't take it anymore. I am seriously at my limits with your sister. I don't think I can stand to live with her another day. She is seriously pushing me way too far.
Whoa, hold on. What is this all about? Did Rachel do something to upset you?
Of course she did. She is always trying to pick on me, but lately it has gotten a lot worse. And today she seriously crossed some lines for me. She was calling my parents stupid, Toby. My parents! And she kept going on about how I don't do anything around here and how I wasn't raised right.
Wow, did you really say that? That really is taking things way too far. I mean, she had already been taking things far, but that is just too much.
I just don't get why she can't leave me alone. Who does she think she is to talk to someone like that? She is so rude. I mean, if she has any right to tell me that I don't help out around the house, she's living in our house and she doesn't lift a finger to help.
Wow. I seriously just don't even know what to say to all of that. I am so sorry that you've had to put up with her and her attitude, Hillary. I'll try talking to her, explain the situation in a way that she can understand it, okay? Let me try and handle this while you process everything, okay?
But Toby, how many times have you told me that you were going to talk to her and nothing has changed? I know that you mean well and that she's your sister, but things haven't gotten better for me at all.
I know, but, I mean, please, just let me try one more time.
I don't think you say enough to her. You just let her off with warning after warning. Speaking of, have you even talked to your sister recently? I haven't really seen you stepping in and calling her out on things we talked about.
Well, I do my best, but I can't force her to change. I mean, she just started looking for jobs in March, you know? I'm sure that she's just feeling a lot of pressure right now and that she's lashing out emotionally at others. But she isn't a bad person. She's just really stressed out.
I get that looking for a job can be stressful. I also changed my job not that long ago, remember? But I really don't think that that excuses any of her actions, and I'm shocked that you would try and justify the way she's been treating your own wife. What does her looking for a job have to do with me being called a so-called freeloader? I mean, she knows that I work from home. You have told her that I work from home and that I'm the only one who works, right?
Of course I haven't told her that I don't work. I haven't told her anything like that at all.
Are you serious? Toby, I thought that we talked about this. We promised that you would talk to her.
But she's my sister. I'm her older brother. She's looked up to me ever since we were kids. I can't let her know that I don't have a job when my wife does. Think of how it would break her heart if she found out about the truth.
So you're really going to prioritize protecting your own pride over telling the truth to help your wife? I really can't believe that you want to do something as silly as that when you know the kind of pain it's going to cause me. Is this why you haven't been more strict with her?
Well, I'm her brother. I can't be strict here. I still want her to like me. Besides, it isn't like my parents are going to let her leave with them again.
That's right, because they were also sick of dealing with Rachel's attitude, isn't that right? But you don't mind if I'm getting the brunt of it instead. You know, I've been thinking about moving back in with my parents.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Please don't do that. I mean, who's going to provide for me if you're not here?
If you're really that worried about that, then I'm giving you one last chance to talk with your sister and set things right, or else. Promise me that this time you absolutely will talk to Rachel and tell her never to call me a freeloader or anything like that ever. Got it?
Okay, yes, I got it loud and clear. I swear I'll talk to her, and then none of this is going to happen again.
I am serious about this, Toby. This is your final chance. If things don't improve, then I'm going to go back and live with my parents, and that is that.
What the heck is a squash doing in my lunch today, huh? Are you serious? You must seriously be trying to starve me or something. I hate squash. Why are you trying to feed it to me?
What do you mean? I thought you liked it. When we went to that sushi restaurant and they had the squash tempura, you seemed to really like it, remember? I remember you saying that you thought it was tasty.
I'm sorry. Did you bread and deep fry the squash? No, you didn't. It's just nasty, boiled, squishy squash. Why do you think I would ever want to eat this?
I guess I just thought that you might have liked it in any form.
Honestly, you are just so useless. Why don't you know what I like and don't like yet? What is your problem, huh? I would have thought you would have learned by now, but you haven't seemed to have gotten it at all.
Rachel, I think that you and I talked about this not that long ago, right? If you are worried about getting food that you won't like in your lunches, then you should go ahead and make your own lunches. I'm not your mom, and this isn't a hotel, okay?
Oh, I know you're not her. At least she could cook. But once again, you're getting your place because you're nothing but a lousy, no-good freeloader. And if you think I'm going to sit here and take that kind of take from a parasite like you, you've got another thing coming. Why don't you just leave Toby and I alone already? If you're going to be so useless, there's no point in us keeping you around at all anyways.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Do you think that's any way to talk to me?
Listen, I am the sister of your husband, got it? That means it's your job to learn what I do like and what I don't like. It is really that simple. Also, you should know that I already reached out to talk to your parents earlier. I told them how useless you were at home and what a lousy wife and sister-in-law you are. I asked them if this is the kind of person they raised.
Wait, hold on right there. Did you seriously call my parents and talk to them, Rachel?
Of course I did. And I let them know all about what a lousy person you were in every single way. I also made sure to let them know that you're nothing but a parasite in this house, living off the work of your poor husband. I asked them to tell me how they raised you that you turned out like this.
I don't believe this. Honestly, just who do you think you are? You have got some nerve calling my parents and talking to them just to say that kind of crap.
Well, I think that your parents were glad to know the kind of person their daughter had become. They were crying so hard and apologizing to me over and over again. They told me to tell you that you were welcome to go back there at any time. You see, we don't need you here, and your parents gave you an open invitation, so just leave already. I don't need a useless little worm like you in the house anymore.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? Seriously, what is your problem?
Just having to see your stupid face around the house every day is enough to seriously piss me off. You have no idea how hard I work every day trying to find a job, and yet you just rub your easy, cushy life in my face every single day. I can't stand having to live in the same house with you. Just knowing that we breathe the same air is enough to drive me crazy.
I get that you're stressed about finding a job, but this is so much more than taking out your stress on someone else. You were just looking for someone to bully, and you chose me without even knowing anything about me.
Excuse me? Is the little tapeworm trying to get all uppity again? Did you really forget your place again? I want you out of here. Out! All you do is eat our food and take up space. I wish my brother would just divorce you already. You weren't worthy of living with him.
All right, then fine. If that's how you want it, I guess I'll just stop paying your tuition then.
What do you mean? You don't pay my tuition.
I also talked to my parents, and my mom said that she would be more than happy if I went home to live with them. I might just move out tonight.
Hold on. Seriously? What are you talking about? Why did you bring up my tuition? What does my going to college have to do with this at all? I mean, my parents pay my tuition, so I have no clue what you're on about.
They did for the first year of your degree, yes. But after that, your dad ended up losing most of his savings and wasn't able to continue supporting you. I mean, why do you think he asked you not to live in the dorms after your first year?
Hold on. What are you saying? Why do you think my dad lost all of his money?
Well, since I'm about to leave, I guess I can finally spill all of the beans to you. Your dad wanted to keep this from you, but he actually lost all of his money in an investment scam. After that, there was no way he could afford to keep sending you to school. He came to me and asked if I could do anything to help take care of the situation.
Hold on, no way. That can't be right. You're not serious, are you? My dad got scammed? And I had no idea about it? That's why he suggested that I move in with Toby. I thought he suggested it because it was really close to campus. Besides, Toby was the one who invited me to come and live with you guys.
That was all just a farce so that you wouldn't suspect that anything was actually wrong. But you know, for being a college student, you were kind of slow to notice this on.
It was all a farce? This has to be some kind of joke.
That's right. I mean, we basically live a short bus ride away from your campus. Your dad didn't suggest that you move back home because they were already having enough financial trouble. But he also wanted to ensure that you didn't find out about what had happened. So he planned with Toby to convince you to move in with us.
I don't believe this. They all lied to me and I had no idea about it at all.
I was against it, of course, although you probably could have guessed that. I also guessed that once you found out it might upset you and that it would have been better just to be honest about things. But Toby said that as your older brother and eldest child, it was his job to do this. I said okay, and then you moved in. I was hoping that things would be fine after that, but you got it in your head that I was some kind of freeloader here, despite explaining to you over and over again that I work from home. In fact, for your information, I pay for everything in this house.
You pay for everything? What do you mean by that? That can't be right. Toby pays for everything and you do nothing.
That just isn't true. The truth is that I pay for your school. I pay for our food. I pay for the roof over our heads. It all comes out of my salary. And just so you know, I make $300,000 a year.
What? You make that much money? That can't be. That's a huge amount of money. How can you make $300,000 a year? You've got to be lying to me. There's no way that a job you do from home can pay that much.
Well, it's the truth. Not to toot my own horn, but I make bank.
Wait a second, I got it. I know what's going on. You've got to be a scammer, right? That's why you have the big computer, the lights, the camera, and that's why you were playing games from so early in the morning.
Oh, so close and yet so far. No, I am not a streamer. I'm actually a programmer.
You're a programmer? As in, like, a computer programmer?
That's right, a computer programmer. And it wasn't long after Toby and I got married that I was offered this amazing job from a famous video game company and took it. Although because the company is based overseas and there's a time difference, I end up having to wake up early to work. I imagine that the times you were watching me play video games were the times I was actually testing them. I program same games and I do quality checks on games that others have made.
And this foreign company is willing to pay you $300,000 a year for that kind of work? Work that you don't even show up at an office to do? Of all the jobs that I was looking at, the highest salary I could get coming in was just $2,000 a month.
And here you thought I was just doing whatever I wanted at home all day long. I tried to tell you that I had a real full-time job, but you just wouldn't listen.
But I still don't get it. That can't be. I mean, I understand that you have a job and that you make money, but I still don't get what it was that you were paying my college tuition. I mean, if my dad couldn't afford to pay it, then why wouldn't that fall to Toby to pay it?
Oh, right. Good question. I almost forgot to tell you. I actually have another surprise for you. The truth is that Toby is unemployed and has been for a while now.
Wait. My older brother doesn't have a job and he hasn't for some time? What do you mean by that?
You summarized it pretty neatly there, actually. But yes, I think this is year 3 of him not working. I think he gave up looking after the first year, though, so when your dad came to us for help, I was the only one with any income.
What? This isn't making any sense. I mean, how could my brother not have a job? For 3 years? That means that he didn't even have one when I moved in here.
That's right. And it was even before your father got scammed. He's been out of a job for a long, long, long time.
I don't believe this. This is all too much taken at once. This is just crazy.
I know, your brother really is quite the piece of work, isn't he? He kept going on and on about how it was his job as the older brother, the eldest son, whoever else to protect his family. But he doesn't actually contribute anything. Oh, and by the way, your brother actually fell for the same scam that your father did.
You mean to tell me that both my older brother and my father fell for the exact same scam?
Apparently, your dad did see some returns the first time, and so he invited Toby to invest with him. And that's when the scammer decided to strike. It's actually quite smart if you think about it. Let someone think they're making money so that they invite others to invest, and when you have several people's money, then you take it all. I guess neither of them must have thought anything suspicious of it though, because they practically went in with all their savings. For Toby, that meant the last of the savings that he was living off of since quitting his job.
That can't be true. Please tell me that this is all some kind of giant joke or something. No way this is happening. So then not only is my brother jobless, but he's also penniless?
That's right. Although he told me about the scam after we had already agreed to take you in. I remember not knowing what to think at all when I got home and he sat me down that night and explained that I'd be paying for everything. I remember being in shock and calling his parents to ask if it was true, and that's when I found out that it all was.
That's just terrible. How could he do that to you? Not just my brother, how could my family put you in a position like that?
It was very hard on me, but it was even harder knowing that as I was doing everything for your family, that you would be at home always insulting me.
But no, this is all just one big misunderstanding. You don't get it.
So I guess you finally understand the kind of stress that I've been dealing with ever since the day we took you in, right?
But I didn't have any idea of what was going on. Please don't be like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know that for the past few years, I was fitting all of your tuition for you without so much as a thank you from anyone? And that all the while I was doing that for you, you were screaming at me and harassing me, telling me to divorce your brother and get out of the house. Well, now I'm afraid that I have no choice but to leave now. It's just too bad that you had to kick me out before I could finish paying for everything.
Oh no, what should I do? What should I do? I still have a whole year of schooling to pay for. But now I know that neither my dad nor my brother have any savings or jobs or anything left to their names.
Yeah, That is basically what it sounds like. But anyways, it sounds to me like you have some serious chats to have with your family now. Given the time of day, I would guess that all of them are probably at the casino gambling away what little they do have as we speak.
Wait, why would they be gambling? I don't get it. Aren't they not even supposed to have any jobs?
That's right. At first, they were all telling me that they were out looking for work, but it wasn't long before I found out the truth. Apparently, no one wanted to take a job that paid less than their old job. That or they wanted to work at some huge corporation and wouldn't settle for anything they considered too small. Instead, they thought they could turn their fortunes around by gambling.
So even my dad was stupid enough to act this way? I just don't even know what to say. This is so ridiculous.
I know that it may be hard to believe, but you can go and check this all out for yourself. Anyways, I'm going to start packing things so that I can move out.
What is the matter with you? Why would you tell Rachel everything? Don't you realize what you've done? She burst into the casino and started yelling at us and caused a whole scene. She was crying, kept crying until even my parents were.
And just what is wrong with me telling the truth to her, huh? You were the one who broke your promise to me. I told you to talk to Rachel and tell her not to call me a leech anymore. That was all that you had to do. But you were so worried about your pride that you couldn't even do that.
What kind of way is that to talk to your husband? Seriously, just who do you think you are? You get back home and apologize to me right this instant. I'm serious. Do you think that just because you make a little money that you can treat people this way?
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I've actually already left the house and I don't plan on coming back anytime soon either. You can wait for me there as long as you like, but I won't be around.
What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
By the way, I left the divorce papers on the living room table, so if you could sign those for me, that would be just great.
Hold on a second. What are you saying? You can't be serious, right? I mean, you want a divorce? That can't be right.
Well, wow. Thank goodness that I make $300,000 a year. You think I care if I lose you as a husband? Of course I can lose you, so just sign them already.
Wait, no! Please don't do this to me. Please don't divorce me. I couldn't handle that. Please, let's just talk this out. I know that we can make this work. I can change. I promise. Please, change your mind.
Hillary, are you there? Please answer me. I really need to talk to you right now. I just really want you to come back, please. My school is threatening to kick me out. You have to come back and pay for my school. Please don't make me leave. You can still get me out of this mess. There's still time.
Is it really such a big deal? I mean, you only have one more year of tuition left to pay. Surely you can afford to pay at least that much, right? It's what, $10,000? Surely there would be a bank willing to loan you that much.
But I don't want to lend from a bank. I mean, I will never be able to pay the interest off on that. There is no way that I could try and take a loan for that much. And since my dad and brother are broke, it isn't like I can turn to family to try and get that kind of money. I don't know what to do. If I really want to take out that kind of money, I'll probably have to turn to a loan shark or something like that. Please, you have to loan me the money. I'm begging you.
You have got to be kidding me. Are you being serious right now? Do you really think that I would give you that kind of money or ever want to help you after the way you treated me? You have got some serious growing up to do, you know that? Besides, there are plenty of places that would lend you that much money, no doubt.
But I already tried asking around for a place to lend me that much, and I was rejected every single time.
Wait, what? You were rejected for a loan like that to finish your studies? But why? Did something happen?
Well, apparently my mom actually took out several credit card companies in my name and maxed out every single one. So it's all thanks to her that I won't be able to get a loan from anywhere no matter how hard I tried. I've basically been blacklisted.
Wow. Well, that is just horrible, isn't it? There was a time when I thought that your mom might have been the one of your family who wasn't quite as bad, but she might have actually been the worst member of your family. There isn't a single person you can trust in your family, is there?
But now you understand the awful hand that I've been dealt, right? You have to do something to help me. You can't just leave me like this. None of this was really my fault. I didn't know anything, so you have to forgive me. Please, you're the only one who can help me. I don't have anywhere else I can turn to, as you can see.
Look, you can try to beg and plead with me all you want, but that fact is that Toby and I are divorced. I mean, we're not even sister-in-laws anymore. The fact is that you're nothing to me, and I have less than no reason to help you.
I don't get it. You can't be serious, right? Please don't be like this. I really need your help. You're all that I have left. I mean, we lived together for 3 whole years. We're friends, aren't we? Isn't that worth anything?
You know, in those whole 3 years, for every single one of those 1,095 days, I can't think of a single happy memory that I have with you.
Please? I didn't mean any of it. I didn't know. You can't treat me like this. I'm so close to graduating.
I already told you that I wouldn't help you, and that is final. Just be thankful that you still have your family. I'm sure all of you can work together and figure something out. After that, I returned to live with my family and was able to really focus on my career. A while after I moved back in, my parents told me about the call that they got from Rachel. They just couldn't believe that that was the girl that I lived with for 3 years. When they got that call, they felt so bad for me and couldn't wait for me to move back in with them. Apparently, they were so worried for me that they were moved to tears. The last time I heard about Rachel, she had apparently taken a year off to raise money in order to pay for school and finish her degree. But try as she might, she was never able to make enough to pay for her school, her family's debts, and the credit cards taken out in her name. She never was able to return to school, so I heard. I also heard that after I left, things got much worse with her family. Toby blamed his parents for his divorce, and they in turn blamed him for not having better control over his wife. The nightly fights grew so loud that all the neighborhood could hear them. They also only spent more and more time at the casino. They would fight, then all run off to the casino when they got worn out.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey Alice, long time no see. How are you? It's Sarah, Nathan's sister. Remember me? Oh, Sarah, I wasn't expecting to hear from you. This is quite a surprise. Well, I figured it was about time I reached out to my sister-in-law. How long has it been? Almost 2 years now since the wedding planning started. I think we met around that time, a while after Nathan and I announced our engagement. Yeah, I guess so. Come to think of it, I didn't even attend Nathan's wedding or the family meetup, did I? We heard you were too busy to make it. We're sorry we couldn't be more flexible with the scheduling. Oh, don't worry about it. To be honest, I just couldn't be bothered to come. Couldn't be bothered? What's with that reaction? It's just a wedding. It was your brother's wedding. Well, weddings are such a hassle, aren't they? That's why I just said I had other plans and skipped it. Oh, I see. You know Nathan has an older brother, right, Henry? Yes, your older brother. When Henry got married, dealing with all the greetings and stuff with his in-law family was such a pain. I figured I'd rather skip than go through that again. I mean, paying respects and greeting everyone, saying thanks for coming, and it's lovely to see you, to people I don't even care about, that's just not my style. You could have just stayed for the ceremony. That's still too much effort. Besides, I think I heard Mom was disappointed about the venue you chose, or something like that. That's the first I'm hearing about this. Your mother seemed very happy with everything. Anyway, is that why you haven't been coming to any family gatherings since then? I hate dealing with troublesome get-togethers. I just knew the relatives would ask me about my job and marriage and all that stuff. I don't think our relatives would do that. Oh, they totally would. You know how aunts and uncles are. Old people love sticking their noses in young people's business. Young people? What, you don't think I'm young? I'm only 32. Well, I didn't mean anything by it. I just don't think that our relatives are old enough to be treated like old people yet. Anyway, I called today because I have something to tell you. What is it? But first, how's the old house? Are you keeping it clean? Yes, we maintain it carefully. Your parents taught us all the proper maintenance procedures before they left. Good, because I'm moving back there. Moving back? You mean to your hometown? Yeah, I thought I'd live in my hometown for a while. I'm moving with all my stuff next week, so what time will you be home? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? I just told you I'm moving back. I don't have a key to the house, so I need someone to be there when I move in. That's why I'm asking what time you'll be home. Moving back to this house? Where else would I move? It's not like I can afford rent in this economy. But this is quite sudden. I know you and Nathan are living in our family home. Seriously, is Nathan making that little money? A married couple living in their parents' house, even if mom and dad aren't around, is a little embarrassing. We're here because your parents asked us to maintain the house. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Anyway, which room were you using? Hold on a minute. I haven't heard anything about you moving in here. Did you discuss this with Nathan? I want my old room back. You two better not be using it. Sarah, please answer my question. Why would I need to discuss moving back to my old house? Besides, I'm the oldest daughter. This house might be Dad's now, but it'll be mine eventually. Technically speaking, I'm the one letting you guys live there. Especially you, Alice. You're not even family, and I'm letting you live there. You should be grateful. What are you talking about? Don't act dense. This is a family home. My family home. You're just married to my brother. That's not how this works. I can come back to my house whenever I want to. So, next Tuesday, what time will you be home? Next Tuesday? Before we talk about moving, shouldn't you discuss this with Nathan first? You're being really difficult about this. Do you not want me there? That's not the point. This needs proper discussion. I'll contact Nathan after this. What? Is there some problem with me coming back? It's my house after all. Living together requires discussing a lot of things, doesn't it? Like what? Like how we'll split the household chores, expenses. It's not like we have separate living spaces or anything. Oh, please, you're overthinking this. It's not like I'm a stranger. That's exactly why we need to discuss everything clearly. Can't we figure that out after I move in? Besides, I'm planning to find a job here, so I can't do housework. That's your job. My job? Well, you're a housewife, right? You can handle it. I work full-time, actually, though I'll be starting maternity leave in a few months. Maternity leave? I'm pregnant. Nathan told me he let you know about the baby a while back. Oh, right, he might have mentioned something like that. But if you're going on maternity leave, you're basically a housewife anyway, so yeah, the housework will be your responsibility. That won't work. I still have many days when I don't feel well, even though I'm past the first trimester. Everyone gets morning sickness. Stop being dramatic. It's not just morning sickness. Anyway, I'm moving in next Tuesday since you work full-time. I'll arrive in the evening. Make sure you're ready to welcome me. Wait, Sarah, hold on. I'll text you the exact time later and make sure my room is clean. Nathan, we have a problem. Your sister says she's moving back home.
Sarah's coming back? I haven't heard anything about this.
She just messaged me.
Wait, what exactly did she say?
She's planning to move in next Tuesday. She didn't even ask. She just announced it.
That's ridiculous. Did she say why she's suddenly coming back?
She just said she wants to live in her hometown again. But Nathan, she's acting like she owns the house.
You've got to be kidding. She's never wanted to do anything with us or this place before. Why now?
She mentioned something about finding a job here, but there's more.
What else did she say?
She's already decided I'll be doing all the housework because I'm going on maternity leave soon.
She said what? That's completely unacceptable.
If it was just a short visit, that would be one thing, but she's planning to live here without any discussion. Our lifestyles definitely won't match, and I don't know if I could handle the stress of having her around.
Yeah, our personalities don't match either. From the sound of it, she's going to force her way in even if we refuse. Alice, you're about to go on maternity leave. You could go stay with your parents. I'll come get you after we sort this out with my sister. Living with her now wouldn't be good for the baby.
I'm worried about the stress too, but
your health comes first. We can't risk any complications.
But I'm worried about the house. Your parents entrusted it to us, and I don't think your sister knows how to take care of it properly. It requires specific knowledge.
You're right. She probably doesn't even know the basics of cleaning properly, let alone how to take care of such an old house.
She'll probably damage all of the traditional features.
And knowing her, she won't listen to any instructions about maintenance.
Maybe we should proceed with that plan we discussed, just in case.
I was thinking the same thing. I'll talk to Dad about speeding up the paperwork. Knowing my sister, she'll probably try to claim everything as hers and take over. I'll talk things over with Dad ASAP.
Will your father agree?
He knows what Sarah's like. He'll understand.
Thank you.
Since they're planning to visit for the birth anyway, we should get everything sorted ahead of time to protect you if anything happens.
It's been a year since we saw your parents. I miss them.
They miss you too. Don't worry about Sarah. We'll handle this.
What should we do about Tuesday?
I'll contact my sister and Dad first. Also, I'll call your parents to explain the situation so you can go home immediately if my sister causes any trouble. Don't hesitate to leave if you feel stressed. The baby comes first.
Thanks for being so thoughtful. I'll call my parents too.
Let me know if Sarah messaged you again. Don't engage her for too much.
I won't. I'm just worried about what she might do.
Well, be prepared this time. I won't let her bully you or stress you out during your pregnancy.
Hey, you ruined my party. I was with my friends. We finally managed to get everyone's schedules lined up now that I'm back home. You didn't have to kick us out. We were just getting started. It's 2 a.m., Sarah. This is completely unreasonable. We were just having a good time. You're such a killjoy. You brought 8 people home in the middle of the night, woke me up demanding I cook and prepare for a party. Not only was it late, but I thought you were going to have a quiet drink. Instead, you were causing such a disturbance that the neighbors would have complained. The neighbors need to mind their own business. They already texted me about the noise. Then you should have explained we were having a celebration. Being kicked out shouldn't be a surprise. You'll pay for ruining my important quality time with my friends. Are you threatening me? I'm stating facts. You've been acting high and mighty ever since I moved in. Are you going to pay me back for ruining my sleep? What sleep? It's not even that late. I am pregnant. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I need rest. Watch your attitude. You're just the second son's wife. We're letting you stay here, so you should listen to your master's orders. Master? You heard me. This is absurd. With mom and dad gone, I'm the head of the household as the eldest daughter. How can you say that when you don't contribute a penny or do any housework? I contribute plenty. I am networking to get a good job. By having drunk parties at 2 a.m. You've gotten pretty bold, haven't you? I'm pregnant, remember? I decided I won't put up with things for the baby's sake. You're past the first trimester, aren't you? My friend who had a baby said it gets easier then, and that it's actually good to move around a bit. Your friend's pregnancy isn't my pregnancy. You're just using it as an excuse to be lazy. I am shocked that someone who's experienced pregnancy would come in the middle of the night trying to make me work like this. No wonder you're friends. We just asked you to cook. At 2 a.m. for 8 drunk people. Both you and your friends are being unreasonable. Who parties at someone else's house in the middle of the night? It's my house, so I can have parties or do whatever I want. I started by offering you the snacks we had and provided drinks, asking you to keep it down. But instead, you had a wild party, more people kept showing up, and I heard things breaking, and now there's even a hole in the wall. People break things when they're drunk. It happens. We used to damage the walls and floors all the time when we were kids. You're not kids anymore. These are working adults destroying property. My friends are successful professionals. They can pay for any damage. There's a big difference between residents causing wear and tear versus strangers damaging things. Don't you know this house uses rare, valuable wood and materials? We take such care to maintain it, and you just trash it like this. Stop acting like you know more about this house than me. I grew up here. It's the wife's job to clean up. Just clean it again. What's the big deal? I kicked you all out because I couldn't let you keep damaging and destroying things. Don't think there won't be consequences for doing this while Nathan is away on business. Are you threatening me now? I'm stating facts, as you like to say. This is my house, so you're the one who's out of place, acting like you own it. Most of my friends work at the prestigious Mito Corp, you know. They were setting everything up for me to transfer there, but now that might fall through. How are you going to take responsibility for that? Transfer? You mean Mito Corp? My friends were pulling strings to get me in. That's what good friends are for. They just need to make a junior employee quit to create an opening, tweak my resume a bit, and I'll have a stable income. So next time we have a party, don't you dare kick us out like today. My future depends on this. You're openly telling me about plans to fraudulently get someone fired? It's called networking. You wouldn't understand since you got your job the boring way. I am keeping records of all these messages. Whatever, just don't interfere with my plans again. Here's your to-do list, Alice. Air out my sheets and all the guest mattresses. Clean the house, buy lots of beer, whiskey, soda, and canned cocktails for the party. Prepare appetizers, make dinner for 10 people. What's this about? Can't you read? It's a to-do list. I can see that, but why are you sending this to me? We're having a party tonight. My job is almost confirmed, so we're celebrating. Get everything ready so people can drink and stay over. What? I'm in my last month of pregnancy. Oh, stop using that excuse. It's not an excuse. I can barely move. So what? You're basically a housewife now that you're on maternity leave. Party prep is just an extension of housework, so make sure everything's ready. And do a thorough cleaning, too. I'm not allowing another party like last time. Did you forget what happened to your last party interference? Are you threatening me again? This is my house, so you don't get a say in it. Listen to what I tell you. You're not thinking of slacking off on housework when you're just a guest here, are you? My belly's huge now. I can't do heavy shopping, and I can't air out all the mattresses either. Then how are you going to take care of a baby? That is completely different. Don't use pregnancy as an excuse to slack off. If you can't follow my orders, you can leave. I won't tolerate you being lazy just because you're pregnant. First you demand I do everything, now you're telling me to leave? I'm giving you options. Either do your job or get out. You're going to regret those words. Is that supposed to scare me? Just remember you said this. Excuse me, the second son's wife is getting too cocky. You're the one who's going to regret not listening to me when you lose this house. I've recorded all of this, too. Record whatever you want. It's still my house. Well, then I'll go stay at my parents' house without hesitation. Fine, run away, but don't think you can come back. Don't worry, I won't need to. What's that supposed to mean? You'll find out soon enough. Stop with your cryptic messages and get the house ready for tonight. I am leaving now. Good luck with your party. You can't just leave. Who's going to prepare everything? Well, that sounds like a you problem now. When Nathan hears about this… Oh, he's already heard everything. Hey, what's going on? How did kicking you out turn into me getting kicked out? This is my house. The police escort was a nice touch, wasn't it? This isn't funny. Let me back in. What are you talking about? This house is legally Nathan's. What? That means Nathan is the homeowner. Stop lying. Nathan would never do this to his own sister. His sister who's been harassing his pregnant wife? What are you saying? This house still belongs to Dad. Since Mom and Dad are overseas, it belongs to me as the eldest daughter. That is not how property ownership works. Of course it is. I'm the eldest. I don't understand your logic, but the deed has already been transferred to Nathan's name. What do you mean? We were living here to maintain the house while your parents were on their overseas assignment, but earlier this year they decided to permanently settle abroad, so they officially transferred the house to Nathan. You are making this up. Show me proof. The police already showed you the documentation. When did this happen? After you announced you were moving in, we were going through the transfer process slowly, but we were worried you might try to force your way into claiming the house was yours, so we sped up the process. You planned this all along? We had to protect ourselves. The official transfer of both the house and land was completed last month. You are lying. That's why Nathan, as the homeowner, kicked you out. This is my family home. It was your family home. Mom and Dad will be furious about this, kicking out their precious daughter, even if the deed is in Nathan's name. It's still my family home. Actually, your parents suggested we kick you out. What? You haven't spoken to them in months, have you? They wouldn't. They said they don't remember having such a selfish daughter who causes trouble for others, and told Nathan and me to handle it however we see fit. They said what matters is the safety of the current homeowner, Nathan, and me who live here now. Since we couldn't guarantee our safety while you were living here, we decided it was impossible to live together and kicked you out. Safety? What do you mean? I haven't done anything! Would you like to see the screenshots? What screenshots? Bringing friends over in the middle of the night, ordering a pregnant woman to do housework while doing nothing yourself. It's not good for anyone's mental health. You didn't listen to any of our reasonable requests either. Anyway, I'll be staying at my parents' house until this situation with you is resolved, so you can discuss everything else with Nathan. You can't just leave it like this. Watch me. I'll sue. I'll take legal action. With what money and what lawyer would take your case after seeing our evidence? This isn't over. Actually, it is. Don't contact me again. What did you do? Why are you messaging me? After getting kicked out and having my key taken away, I tried to stay with friends, but they've all blocked me. When I go to their houses, they ignore me. What's going on? Did you and Nathan do something? We didn't do anything. You must have done something. Everyone's avoiding me. Maybe they're reflecting on their own actions. Then why are my friends suddenly ignoring me? I was about to get that job, too. Maybe they want to protect their own livelihoods? Stop being cryptic. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe they realized their actions have consequences. What's that supposed to mean? Well, barging into a pregnant woman's house, demanding she cook, destroying property, these are actually criminal offenses. I guess the company couldn't overlook having such employees. So you snitched on them? Oh, right, since you skipped the family meetup, wedding, and family gatherings, you wouldn't know. My father is an executive at MitoCorp. What? You're lying again! Why would I lie? You can look up the company executives yourself. This can't be happening! I told my father about how a certain employee who was leaving work early and started maternity leave sooner because of her condition also had the audacity to say I should be fine after the first trimester. Also about how a talented young employee was forced to quit to make room for you, and how your resume and evaluations were falsified. Just passing along the information, that's all. You had no right! I had every right to tell my father about workplace harassment. Wait, are you saying my friends, they were fired? Not fired, but they received severe warnings. Of course, they'll have to pay for the damage to our house, and since they all have jobs and lives, they weren't fired. But everyone who came to our house and everyone we could confirm was involved got demoted. No way! Then my transfer… canceled. This can't be happening! I guess everyone decided it would be dangerous to associate with you anymore. That's probably why they're ignoring you. Traitors! As you know, MitoCorp is a major company in this area, so it might be difficult for you to work and live here now. Word's spreading through mutual friends that people shouldn't associate with me. Nobody will help me. I've lost all my friends. Actions have consequences, Sarah. I can't live here anymore. What am I supposed to do? Alice, you're my sister-in-law. Help me out. Well, since I'm just the second son's wife, I'd better not be too cocky by getting involved. I can't do anything more. Please, I'm begging you, I made a mistake. I'm sorry I called you cocky. Please, I can't find a job or place to live now. Please let me come back home. I'll help with housework and I won't have late night parties anymore, please. Oh dear, Sarah. What is it? My contractions have started. I can't use my phone anymore, so goodbye. You're kidding. Wait, Alice, I'll help with childcare and housework. Please forgive me. Alice, please respond. I'll do anything. At least tell Nathan to talk to me. I later gave birth to a healthy baby boy. My husband completely drove his sister out of their hometown. I don't know where she is or what she's doing now, but she occasionally contacts my husband or his father asking for help or money, so we know she's living alone somewhere, without friends, excluded from her hometown. It's been 6 months since then. Sarah still sends messages sometimes, usually late at night. She apologizes, begs to see her nephew, promises she's changed. Nathan forwards them to me, but never responds to her. His parents have also blocked her number. They say they don't recognize the person she's become. By the way, I heard from my husband that all of Sarah's friends who damaged our house came to apologize. They asked him to send their regards to me and my father, but I've been so busy with the baby that I completely forgot to tell my father about it. But that's our little secret. My in-laws visit us every month now. They dote on their grandson and often apologize for their daughter's behavior, though we tell them it's not their fault. The house is peaceful again, filled with the sounds of our baby's laughter instead of late-night parties. Sometimes I wonder if we were too harsh, but then I remember how she treated me during my pregnancy, and I know we made the right choice. Some people only learn their lessons the hard way, and even then, some never learn at all.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.